All right, Team Human, welcome to the latest training module from the Phoenix Project Foundation. So, what if I told you that your consciousness isn't just some passive thing that watches the world go by? What if it's the actual architect of your reality? Today, we're diving deep into a powerhouse of an idea from Neville Goddard's classic, The Power of Awareness, and we're going to treat consciousness like a skill you can train. Let's get into it.
So I want you to think of this as our training gym. Seriously, this isn't some lecture hall for a boring philosophy class. Nope, this is a mental workout. We are here to break down the principles that let us actively, consciously shape our own lives, just by training our awareness. And here it is, the core premise of our entire CaaS program, right there on the screen. Consciousness is trainable. It's not something that just happens to you. It's an active skill. Think of it like a muscle. And today, we're going to learn the mechanics of how to strengthen it. Now, to really get this, we're turning to a foundational text, and we treat this thing less like a book and more like a foundational scroll, a piece of sacred technology, a user manual for the operating system of consciousness itself.
And that scroll is The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Specifically, we're zeroing in on the absolute bedrock ideas in Chapter 2, simply titled Consciousness. This chapter, wow, it gives one of the most powerful and direct explanations of how our reality is actually put together.
And let's be super clear about something. This is not a book report. No way. Think of this as an upgrade, a patch for your personal operating system. It's a brand new framework for understanding that deep, deep connection between your inner world and everything you experience out there. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. This is the central principle from Goddard's work. And I gotta tell you, it's a radical idea. It's deceptively simple, but if you really let it sink in, it can change everything. Here we go. According to Goddard, consciousness isn't just a reality. It is the one and only reality. It's the primary cause, the very substance of everything you experience. You see the switch there? It's not an effect of the world. It is the cause of the world. So what does that really mean? Well, it means that if you're not aware of something, if you're not conscious of it, then for you, in your world, it just doesn't exist. It's your awareness, your consciousness, that brings things into being in your personal reality. And this all leads to a really profound conclusion. There's no separation. You're not just a person living in a world. You and your world are one, a single unified field. The inside and the outside, they aren't two different things. They're one and the same. Okay, so what, right? What are the practical implications of this? If you and your world are really one, how does that actually show up in your day-to-day life? It means that the world you experience out there is a direct, unfiltered reflection of your own concept of yourself. Your internal self-concept is the blueprint, and your external reality, well, it has no choice but to follow that blueprint. It must conform to what you believe and feel to be true about yourself. So, what is a concept of yourself, really? It's not just about positive thinking. It's the sum total of everything you accept and consent to as true. You can see it revealed in your gut reactions to things, those automatic, uncritical responses. It is literally where you live psychologically. It's the very arrangement of your own mind. And the big takeaway here is this. Everything you see out there, your circumstances, the conditions of your life, even the objects around you, they are all just products of your consciousness. And you know what? This idea frees you from what Goddard called the tyranny of second causes. That belief that outside things have power over you. They don't. Okay, so we've got this incredibly profound wisdom. Now what? How do we make this a practical, trainable skill? How do we take this ancient idea and apply it in a modern, actionable way? Let's do a little translation. Let's take this sacred tech and put it into the language of our CaaS training gym. This is how we take these huge ideas and turn them into a framework you can use, like today. So check this out. It's just a way to map these ideas. What Goddard called the cause substance, well, today we might call that the quantum field. His concept of yourself, that's basically your inner programming, your self-OS. Manifestation is what happens when your signal is made real. And the arrangement of your mind, that's you tuning your receiver to a specific frequency. See? They're just different words for the same powerful mechanics. All right, let's get down to business. How do we actually put this principle into practice? How do we use this knowledge to stop being a passenger and start being the architect of our reality? And remember, this is where the rubber meets the road. This isn't philosophy, it's practice. Understanding this core principle, that's the why behind any technique we use in Sales Fast. And you can start right now.
Here's a super simple 3-step process. First, become the observer. Just start watching your thoughts and your reactions without judging them. You gotta know your current programming. Second, track the signal. Grab a journal and start logging those recurring inner patterns. You can't change what you can't see. And third, rewrite the code. This is the fun part. This is where you intentionally assume a new concept of yourself. You visualize it and you feel it as if it's already real, right now.
And when you do this, you have a massive realization. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You're not a passive bystander watching your life happen. No, you are an active participant. You are a co-creator with the very field that generates all of reality.
This knowledge, it places all the power and all the responsibility right in your hands. So really, there's only one question left, isn't there? Now that you know you are the creator, what world will you create? That's your challenge, and that's your opportunity. Thanks for showing up to the gym today. Go Team Human. We'll see you next time.